Greetings everyone. Welcome to the SM Motors channel. Today we're going to learn about the coolest Peugeot in the world. The legendary Peugeot 205 T16. Few cars in history have managed to combine success on the street and glory on the track as well as the Peugeot 205 T16. A compact hatchback that, at first glance, looked like a simple, run-of-the-mill 205, actually hit a rally monster, created to take on the wildest era of motorsports, the legendary Group B. In the early 1980s, Peugeot was looking for a way to revitalize its image. The French brand was experiencing financial difficulties and needed a car that would win over the public. The Peugeot 205, launched in 1983, was its bet for the civilian market, a compact, modern, and economical hatchback that quickly became a sales success in Europe. But Peugeot wanted more. It wanted to demonstrate sportiness and win rally titles. And that's where Group B comes in. This FIA category, created in 1982, allowed for very flexible homologation rules. 200 street cars were enough to register a racing car. This opened the door to radical designs, with turbocharged engines, all-wheel drive, and advanced technologies. It was in this context that the Peugeot 205 Turbo 16, or simply the 205 T16, was born. Although visually similar to the street-legal 205, the T16 was a completely different car. The engine was not located in the front, but in the mid-rear, in a transverse position. It was a 1.8-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, which in street versions delivered around 200 horsepower, but in rally cars could easily exceed 450 horsepower. Furthermore, it had permanent all-wheel drive, essential for the extreme conditions of rallying. Development was led by Jean Todt, who would later make history at Ferrari in Formula One. The focus was simple: create a car capable of beating the Audi Quattro, launch a 037, and later the Delta S4. And it didn't take long for the 205 T16 to show its strength. The car debuted in competition in 1984 and quickly became dominant. In 1985 and 1986, the Peugeot 205 T16 won 2 Constructors and 2 Drivers' World Titles in the World Rally Championship, with names like Ari Vatanen, Timo Salonen, and Juha Kankkunen. These were memorable victories that cemented the car's reputation as one of the most successful machines in Group B. Unfortunately, Group B came to an end in 1986, after a series of fatal accidents that led the FIA to disband the category. The 205 T16 could have won even more titles, but its history is remembered as one of the most brilliant and intense of that era. In total, only 200 road-going 205 T16s were produced for homologation, all numbered, making them an absolute rarity today. These road cars maintained the core racing design but were more civilized, albeit very different from a regular 205. The Peugeot 205 T16's legacy is immense. It helped transform Peugeot's image, demonstrated that the brand could compete on equal terms with motorsport giants, and even won in other arenas, such as the famous Dakar Rally, where it also won. To this day, the T16 is remembered as one of the most iconic and sought-after cars of the Group B era. More than 30 years later, the 205 T16 remains a symbol of boldness, engineering, and victory. It represented the pinnacle of an era when almost anything was allowed in rallying and proved that even a compact hatchback could transform into a true racing supercar.
Oh,